What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm Corey with Freaky Tall Reviews, where we do short reviews for tall people. Today, we're gonna be going over the Lazy Boy Executive Big and Tall Office Chair. So let's get started. Okay, so let me start off this video by saying this is not a chair that I went out of my way to find and review. I happened to be at a furniture outlet a couple of days ago and I just happened to come across it, and so I started doing some research on my phone really quick and saw that it's tagged as big and tall. Now you know me, anytime something says big and tall, I need to make sure it's legit, because I have found in the past something is titled as big and tall does not actually work for big and tall. But the reason I wanted to go ahead and grab this chair also is because it was only 200 bucks. It's $570 new online, and so today I want to review it to see, is it actually worth purchasing at the full price point? So let's go take a look at the chair so you can see how it works with a bigger person. Now this thing is listed as a big and tall executive chair, so anytime I see big and tall on something, I want to make sure that it's actually legitimately meant for someone that's big and tall. The reason I qualify is because I'm 6'10" and I weigh 350 pounds, so I definitely understand both big and tall worlds. So today I want to make sure that it's comfortable ergonomically and also that the weight capacity holds up to my weight. I believe the weight capacity on this chair is 400 pounds, so I'm definitely getting close to the max capacity of it. And anytime that I've seen that with an office chair, it tends to wear out pretty quickly. So today I want to take a look at how does my body actually stress the chair whenever I'm sitting in it. Starting out, as I'm sitting here, it actually handles a big frame pretty well. I've got a 52-inch chest and a 42-inch waist, and so I definitely fill out the entire chair. And I will say that on the seat where the hips sit, it definitely is a little snug. I think that's going to wear out over time, but it's not uncomfortable. Sitting back into it, it does have a nice lumbar support, I will give it that. And the actual chair body itself is pretty wide, so whenever I'm sitting back into it, it is pretty comfortable. But as you can hear, the thing creaks a lot. I think because I'm so close to the max capacity of this chair, it's causing it to make quite a bit of noise. And so that is something that you'll have to get used to. Now down here on the left side is the lever for you to lean back. Now what I do notice is that whenever I lean back, it seems to hold me pretty well. However, the lumbar support goes away. I guess that's by design, because it feels like there's something in there that purposefully goes away while you're leaning back. And it also has a tougher time spinning around whenever you're sitting like this. I don't typically sit in my chairs very often leaning back like this, and I know this is a very quick way to wear out a good office chair. So if you do this, be wary. I don't think it's gonna hold up over time if you sit a lot like this. Right here, of course, is the raise and lower lever. Doesn't have a lot of room to sink down, but that's totally fine. I usually sit with my chairs at max height anyways. Oh. Definitely has a tough time coming back up though. Now I don't know if that's because I got it from an outlet store, if it would be the same way if you bought it brand new online, but definitely something to keep in mind as you're considering this chair. It's not bad. You know, like the armrests are okay. The actual feel and comfort level of it is okay. I would say that I'm probably gonna get about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years out of it with the way that I sit in chairs before it starts to lean to one side or the piston starts to have troubles. This is not a buy it for life chair by any means. Since I needed a new office chair anyways, I will be holding on to this for a little while, and I'll try to keep track of how durable it is, but I really expect that if you really want something that's gonna last you a long time, you're gonna have to up the budget. Okay, so to summarize, at the $570 price point, I do think that you can find better options. One of my most popular videos on this channel is the AK Racing Pro chair that I reviewed about 1 year ago. And when that thing goes on sale, you can get it for about $300. And so if I had to compare the two, I would say that one is more worth it over the Lazy Boy. However, if you do come across this chair and you can get a good deal on it, I think it's worth picking up if you don't have a very large budget. It is pretty comfortable. It fits big and tall about as well as you can at that price point. Can they have done things better to fit a bigger and taller person? Absolutely. Could they do it at that price point? Probably not. This is not a chair that I imagine will last a super long time, especially if you're rougher on office chairs. I go pretty easy on them even though I weigh a lot, but still, even over time, they start to lean one way depending on how I sit, and the pistons stop working as well, and you can just feel it becoming looser over time. I do foresee that this chair would have the exact same problem. Now, if I had to give it the Freaky Tall stamp of approval, I would have to say yes and no. Yes, if you have a very small budget and you need a comfy chair that works with a bigger and taller frame. No, if you're looking for a chair that's gonna last a super long time that you're gonna get a decade of use out of. In that scenario, you'll definitely have to increase your budget. And if you're gonna use a chair for that amount of time, you also want it to be more ergonomically comfortable. This chair does check a lot of boxes. It has decent lumbar support, but this is not a chair that I would say you could easily sit in for 8 to 9 hours a day. So I hope this video was helpful for you. If you're coming across this chair on Amazon or other websites, I definitely want it to be more of a kind of a PSA for you so you can see someone's actual hands on it before you consider buying it yourself. It's definitely a situational purchase depending on what works best best for you right now. So if you found value in today's video, I would love if you would consider subscribing to the channel, clicking the like button, and also the little notification bell so that you see when I come out with a new video. Also, be sure to check out my Instagram and my Patreon. Those are two different platforms that I get to engage with my audience in different ways than just the channel, and I would love for you to check them out as well. Finally, I do have a Patreon where I'm saving up to buy new stuff to review for the channel. Right now, I'm looking at big gaming mice for big hands, so if you're interested in supporting that cause financially, please be sure to check out the Patreon as well. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here, and I greatly appreciate your time. Again, I'm Corey with Freaky Tall Reviews. We'll see you next time.